Welcome to This Must Be Heard, a recurring podcast featuring discussions of Delaware County Community College's events, achievements, and initiatives. Today, Raven Amaro and Peter Jaguna talk with Vice President of Recruitment and Enrollment Management, Dr. Mitch Murtha, about the benefits of attending community college. Thank you for listening.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of This Must Be Heard. My name is Raven Amaro, and I'm one of your hosts today. I'm also joined by my co-host, Peter Jaguna. We're joined by Dr. Mitchell Murtha, who's the Vice President of Recruitment and Enrollment Management. Thanks so much for coming, everyone.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So, Peter, do you want to get us started off with the first question?
Yeah, sure. Dr. Murtha, in your own words, can you describe to us what college is?
Absolutely. Personally, I think that college means different things to different people. Generally, I feel that our society has this image of college in their head that includes pursuing a four-year degree, living on campus, perhaps a certain distance from home, and taking out student loans in order to pay for it. Personally, I tend to look at college differently, though. Broadly, I think college really should be perceived as an opportunity for individuals to gain higher knowledge. And this knowledge can come in a multitude of forms. For example, individuals may choose to attend a college to earn a certificate that maybe takes as little as 6 months to complete. And once they completed this, they might start working in a field that earns them a healthy and family-sustaining wage. Other students may choose to get an associate's degree, which could take as little as 2 years as opposed to 4 years. Not all students need a bachelor's degree, master's degree, or doctoral degree in order to be successful. And another huge piece of this conversation for me includes examining the ROI, or return on investment, on the purchase in seeking a college degree or higher knowledge. If more students and families start with the end in mind and consider what career they want to enter and how much money they may be able to make in that career, they may reconsider taking out thousands of dollars in student loans. In fact, many students don't have to take out student loans at all. Ways in which this can be done include attending a community college, applying for financial aid and scholarships, living at home, which is one thing that I don't think enough students consider. Students can also work for a period of time and save up to pay for college. And most importantly, selecting a school they can afford based on their financial status and not based on how much money they can borrow is a really, really important factor.
I really agree that choosing a school that you can afford and one that is a good return on investment is definitely a really important factor. And for me personally, that was a really important piece of my college choice. So, Peter, what's the next question you have for us?
Yeah, Dr. Murtha, in your own words, why do you think students should consider community college as a higher education path?
Well, first and foremost, I think that community colleges are going to give students the best value. The cost of attending a local community college is often unmatched. And if students qualify for financial aid, they may be able to go to college without paying anything. Now, I recognize that there are a lot of people and a lot of times that equate low cost with low value. Heck, I'm guilty of that sometimes myself. But this is not the case with community colleges. To provide just one example, my personal doctor, my primary care physician, he informed me one day that he graduated from a community college before pursuing medical school, and he loved his experience at the community college. And scenarios like this play out all the time. It's just not the major narrative out there in terms of what community colleges are. Last thing I'll say on the value piece is that I can't tell you how many times I've come across students who are shocked that the courses they take at the local community college are more challenging than those that they have taken at four-year institutions. And just because a lot of your high school classmates may be sitting next to you in class, it doesn't mean that it's the 13th grade. Another benefit is the level of support that students get at the community college. For example, community college faculty are often solely focused on teaching, whereas faculty at four-year institutions are expected to teach, conduct research, and publish. The model for community college allows faculty a lot more time to spend with students, and the students greatly benefit from the additional time and support. The last benefit that I'll mention is this flexibility. I think that students should consider community colleges because there's a lot of flexibility there. While they offer a wide range of majors across different disciplines, and oftentimes individuals enter college not knowing what they want to study or think they know what they want to study, only to find out later they change their mind. Attending a community college allows individuals the opportunity to explore various courses and majors and figure things out while they're spending a lot less money along the way.
I think what you said, Dr. Murtha, about your own personal doctor having gone to community college to start his journey to becoming a doctor is really important. Even just like you said, sometimes you're guilty of associating cost with value of something. Even when you said that, I was, as a community college student who has experienced and believes very much in the value of community college, even I was surprised, like, what? There's a doctor who started their journey at a community college? I think it just really speaks to, I guess, how much value community colleges have and how much that value gets underestimated.
I totally agree. So again, that's not always part of the narrative. So when individuals go to college, quote unquote, many of them do start at community colleges. A couple of years ago, about 50% of all undergraduates nationwide were actually enrolled at community colleges. But what you tend to hear is where they graduate from with their bachelor's degree. And oftentimes they transfer from a 2-year institution, a community college or a junior college, to a 4-year institution. But the 4-year school really is the one that gets all the credit because they're the one that offer the bachelor's degrees. So stories like this, again, play out all the time. I was at an event last night and at least 5 or 6 people came up and said, hey, I started at Delaware County Community College and I graduated from St. Joe's. I graduated from Penn State. I graduated from Temple. And they were raving about their experience. But again, this doesn't get enough attention because they often end with, yes, I graduated from Penn State. And then that is the narrative that is out there.
When I graduate from Delaware County, even if I transfer to somewhere else, I will make sure to give it the credit it deserves. Because
we appreciate that.
So, Peter, would you like to ask the final question for us today?
Yeah, sure. Choosing college can be a hard task. Dr. Murtha, how can students decide if DCCC is the right choice for them?
Well, the easy answer to that, Peter, is if they live in Delaware and Chester County, it is the right answer for them. So let me back up for a second, though, and say that I fully recognize that college is not right for everybody. For example, I have siblings who did not go to college. They went right into the trades and they have a great life. They've had great careers. But if you're looking to go to college, if you determine if college is right for you, meaning that you're looking to get into a career that requires a college degree, I absolutely think you should start at Delaware County Community College. Some of the things that I mentioned before are pertinent for us as well. It's the value and return on investment. Year after year, Delaware County Community College tuition is lower than that of other local colleges. This allows students to pay less while they start their educational journey and sometimes spend the time necessary to figure out what career field they want to get into. But cost isn't the only factor. And this is why we have a highly satisfied international student population here as well, who do wind up paying more than individuals who live in Delaware and Chester County. These other factors include our faculty. They're smart, they're passionate, they're highly committed to students and their success. And we offer students a lot of flexibility. We have over 80 certificates and associate's degrees ranging from business to nursing to skilled trades. We have several convenient locations across Delaware and Chester counties, and we offer students several ways in which they can learn online as well. We also have several start times, so opportunities to start new classes are never far away. And students can easily get and stay engaged through our athletic programs, our clubs, our organizations, and there's always something going on in ways for students to get and stay involved. When I'm talking about college, I often state that no matter where you want to go, Delaware County Community College can help you get there. And I think that truly sums up who we are as a college. But Peter and Ravi, let me kick it back to you. What are some reasons why you think that individuals should come, or why did you choose Delaware County Community College?
Personally, I chose Delaware County because during high school, I really wanted to go to a super expensive art school, but the money just was not there in my life to be able to pay for that. I think because of, like we were talking about earlier, the kind of stigma against community colleges, at first I didn't even consider it. But one of my teachers, as well as some other people that I know and, I highly value them in my life, they recommended it and basically vouched for how valuable a community college experience can be. So hearing feedback from people in my own life combined with the price and that I was still able to pursue art at Delaware County because Delaware County has a really good art program that I've been able to learn a lot from. Those reasons combined are why I decided to choose Delaware County. What about you, Peter?
As I'm an international student, school fees is a key factor while choosing a community college. I chose DCC due to its affordability. On top of this, the international faculty were very helpful when I was applying for a community college. They helped me through the application. I made sure I made it to school and was able to get the experience, the American experience of a community college.
Well, those are both great answers and very common answers that we hear. One of the big things that's really important for us to share with everybody is the staff and faculty that we have employed here. So Peter, I'm very happy to hear that the individuals who helped you along with the application process were very helpful. Raven, you had mentioned that we had programs that you're interested in. You could still continue with your passion for art. And that really is what we do here. That is who we are. And you are the reason why we exist and the reason why we work so hard to provide all these wonderful opportunities for students at Delaware County.
Well, I think that really explains it all and sums it up great, Dr. Murtha. So it looks like that's a good point to wrap up. We're almost out of time. Thank you so much to everyone for being here. Thank you to our guest today, Dr. Murtha.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you so much to my co-host, Peter.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, thank you to the audience. Please be sure to like this video and please be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos too. So with that, goodbye and we're out.
You have been listening to This Must Be Heard, brought to you by the New Media Lab and Campus Life. Today's host, producer, and editor was Raven Amaro. Our co-host was Peter Jaguna. Our guest today was Dr. Mitch Murtha. Victoria Colbreth and Samuel Larson designed our cover art. Indigo Frazier composed our theme music, and I am Lydia Natsanger, your announcer for this episode. You can follow us on Instagram at DCCC_New Media Lab, and please be sure to like this episode on YouTube. Thanks again for listening.